Greetings, everyone. It's Friday on Going Optimal, and that means it's Chat Gauntlet Day. It's a new format-ish. I guess we did this last week. Last week was our first, although we missed it, right? Is this our first official? Maybe I'm conflating having done the Gauntlet, or we did the Gauntlet, we postponed it and did it. I can't remember. I don't care. I'm going to focus on today. We have 7 awesome competitors who have taken their time to help my content today. My awesome mods have coordinated it all. I just get to show up and play. All right, Hat confirms this is number 1. I've been, we were going to do it, and then some stuff came up with my vaccination that preempted it before, and then we just punted it to today. So I am double vaccinated, though. That feels great. My family is as well, and I feel very lucky and privileged to be in a place where I can say that. I know not everybody can, and that, but I sure hope those who are able and have access to vaccinations for COVID get them, and we can chase down some herd immunity, right? Yeah, we need I need what was the. There's a Philip K. Dick story about like people carrying around their memory. You know, you just put your memories in a container and then fish them out when you need them. I need technology to just become my memory. Anyway, I'm super excited to jump into the fray here with chat in this new format. I've been enjoying it so far. I had mixed success. Started out really cold, started out just losing left and right. Have been on a hot streak this week, which was brought to a halt last night in the Sweatsuit Invitational that I only made to the second round and then fell flat. But should be interesting, and people are coming out with their hot takes on the format now, where to be, best, worst schools, that kind of thing. I don't know about the best, worst schools in this format yet, but I know a thing or two about best, worst customer experiences in Magic retail. And on the best end is my sponsor, CardKingdom.com. They are purveyors of everything you need for your tabletop Magic experience. If you've been digging this format and want some cardboard for your upcoming summer of FNM. Everybody's going to go back to FNMs, right? When we're reopened, and need some cards for that. I want to make a standard brew around one of the schools in Strixhaven. Card Kingdom has you covered, and if you check them out via my affiliate links, they know you got there from here, and it helps keep me on the air. So click that affiliate link every couple of weeks, and then all the business you do with Card Kingdom will be attributed to my stream. And great for me. Great for you, because then I'm still around, right? Yes, thank you. I'm going to hop over. We just got a disconnection notice over on the the MTGA draft side. Hopefully this is just a temporary thing. Let's see what... there we... All right. Well, it did a little bit of a reset there, but it looks like we're back and everybody's there. So anyway, this is the website we use to do the draft portion, and then we export our resulting drafts into MTGArena by sending our decks to the clipboard. This site was created by our friend Senryoku. You can use the buy me a coffee link on this page if you want to help support the man who made the tool that we use every week for this. We're talking about, no, not really, King. We're talking about using some of the custom cosmetics that people get to choose from via channel points. Don't worry about it. Venerable Warsinger. Oh, this is this one. Yes. Vigilance, trample, 3/3. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of damage Venerable Warsinger dealt to that player. Had this played against me a couple times. Nobody's hit me with it yet. Or I let them hit me when they didn't have anything in their yard or whatever. It can be hard to actually pull this off. but it's a terrifying thing to stare at across the way and know that you've got to deal with. I think we start there. I had a little bit of, Storm Kiln Artist worked okay yesterday. I think we take the rare because there's no clean removal option. I don't think I would take this particular gold rare over super solid removal. And there's a way even which with Guiding Voice, learn cards are it's like you can almost not have too many learn spells, whereas you can have too many lessons. I have all these lessons I don't need that I'm never going to use. So I'm going to take the War Singer, but I'm going to try hard not to marry this color pair and really just focus on best card in pack next pick. But I don't think any of the monocolored cards are enough better than War Singer to be worth taking here. So I'm going to do that. These masteries have been underwhelming. This one says, search your library for up to 3 cards. You put them into your hand, shuffle, then discard 3 cards at random, and then you can pay cheaper to give your opponent a benefit too. Yeah, I'm not in for that. So what do we got here as the best card in pack? Ugh, rough pack, really. Wrangler? Expel? We used to take Expel. It actually matches our first pick anyway, and it's good removal. Oh, maybe I don't know the Black Mastery. The Masteries I've seen have been pretty underwhelming. Dueling Coach, I'm not too high on. I'd rather just have the Expel. And Claim the Firstborn, also not high on this. Yeah, we could just take the Demon if we thought this was best card in the pack and just wanted to hedge towards whatever pair we thought was open. I certainly don't mind taking gold cards in the format because it's almost like this is a 5-quote color format where each color is a color pair. So you're going to get into one of the color pairs anyway. It's not some huge penalty to be taking a gold card like it can be for other formats. And this is a major build around, and of course it's exactly what the color pair is doing, so you can for sure do it. But I'm going to take Expel. I think the instant speed removal is good. Tome Shredder has been pretty medium. I think it's replacement or slightly below. I don't know what 17 Land says about it. But the thing is, if you don't have the guaranteed instant or sorcery to turn this into at least a 3/3, I think it's underwhelming, and a 2/2 haste for 3 is just very whatever. So getting a little bit rewarded for kind of sticking towards the lane of the rare, by having taken the Expel, because the Professor is the clear best card here, and we're going to happily take it. But we have Expel and Professor, so we could still end up red-white, but this also, we could easily bank into black-white here. But seeing even Professor third makes me feel like I want to try and lock into white. I know what Pillar Drop Rescuer does now. I didn't until the end of my run last night. I was thinking Pillar Drop was 2 CMC because that's kind of what we've seen from this type of effect in the past, and I just locked it into my brain as 2. But it's 3. That's better. Getting a 3-drop back is a real notch above 2, because you think about, it's not just that the 3-drop's quality is better, it's just the density of creatures in your deck that you might have access to on turn 5. And if you imagine your typical limited deck and imagine the columns of creatures at 2 and 3, adding in the column at 3 usually doubles your chances to get a creature that is rescuable by Pillar Drop. Brackish Trudge makes me want to explore the pivot to black-white. We could take Lorehold Pledge Mage as something that would fit in a black-white or a red-white deck and is fine, but Trudge is the best card in the pack, I believe. Casting spells is nice. And Mentor's Guidance, if you can do the thing, is there. There's some good stuff here still, really, but I'm going to take the Trudge. Yeah, I'm really looking to be white-black or white-red, given where we've started, and given the Professor and how I really want to play the Expel and the Professor. So I'm going to take the Trudge, and we'll see. Yeah, green-black is where the heavy life gain effects are, but you don't need heavy life gain to make it work anyway. Lash, I'm going to take here. Lash, I think, my early take on Lash is that it's a pretty important removal spell in the format. You never know, set to set, quite how good deal with a 2 toughness creature for 1 mana is going to be. And the density of powerful guild uncommons that are all 2/2s, and the fact that there's a lot of lower rarity, basically there's just a lot of targets for this. So we're going to take the Lash and really start banking towards the black-white deck if we can land there. I like Pilgrim too, by the way. I think that's a great card. It's just Value Town, the Pilgrim. Well, we can also certainly see, though, that Lorehold continues to express itself as open, so we can keep an eye on that back door. If we are keeping an eye on that back door, I think we just take the Spirit Summoning anyway. We have a Learn spell, so we want to get some lessons, and this is a lesson that will work no matter where we end up, as long as it's base white. Is my setup weird? I'm not sure what you mean, Queen, but hopefully you're following along successfully regardless. Oh, wow. Well, I'm feeling good about where we're at, but I'm not feeling good about having to make this choice between Rise of the Extus and Combat Prof. I like both of these a lot. Maybe Combat Professor #1. Spidone says Rise all day. No, this is not, like, it's a 2-for-1, right? I mean, you can't just fill your deck with these, but like first Rise is kind of a priority. All right. I love me a Combat Professor, but I'm with you that that Rise is pretty nice. In fact, here we got it's a little I'm just curious. I'm going to make my own call, but we'll see what the gang thinks. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Rise. It's not easy, though. That is not an easy call. I think we take Spectre here over Pledge Mage, even though Pledge Mage is nice. I think I just want the I don't know. Pledge or Spectre? This is a close one for me, too. You could make a case for the Witherbloom, even. We do like to gain some life, given our Trudge. But Spectre gains life, too, which is why I was looking at it. And so does Lifelink Flyer, right? All of these have the possibility of helping us with our uncommon Trudge. Get that back. That's true. Good point being that Pledge Mage could be played even if we end up back in the red deck. King likes the Spectre. All right, I'll take the Pledge Mage on the stay open idea. That's a good tiebreaker. Another Spirit Summoning we could grab. A Go Blank. We're best of one. I don't know if we're going to main deck a Go Blank in best of one. Beaming Defiance. Playable. Have not found Exhilarating Elocution to be that exhilarating. Yeah, that's the trouble, right, Gidanmar? We could take the Spirit Summoning, and if we didn't have one, I'd be a little more excited about it. But a second Spirit Summoning, not super exciting. But then again, what are we really doing here? If we're not going to main deck a Go Blank, then it's either the second Summoning or the Defiance. I suppose I'll take the Defiance over a second Summoning, yeah, but it's not a great spot. Shredder, if we end up there. Elemental Masterpiece still being here could be something for a Prismari player. We'll take the Tome Shredder with a raised eyebrow, but unlikely to play this, honestly. But I really am down on Thrilling Discovery. I just found that it was not doing its job. The Archivist, I haven't really seen that as super playable, but maybe I need to adjust my thinking on it. It's possible. Vigilant Menace versus the kind of effigy. If we end up red, white, let's take the Vigilant Menace. I never had a Thrill, unfortunately. Well, Pillar Drop or Effigy. These effigies just seem free, and Pillar Drop is playable. I'm going to take it. Well, table might be telling us to head over to Lorehold, in which case, geez, do we want the campus here? I think if we are pushed into red, it'll flow, and we really want the campus. And I'm going to take the lesson over the Shredder that I don't know about anyway, but I'll put the Shredder back. It's starting to look like the table wants us to be the red-white deck. Are we Lorehold today? Well, maybe we're Lorehold today. We've got a rare, although we also have Killian, which is better than the rare. Killian would be a reason to bank red, but we also have Lightning Bolt. We'll just take Bolt. Look at this deck. I mean, look at this pack. Tough one. Tron says that rare is great. I find this rare to have a high setup cost and doesn't always get there. Yeah, some people have had different experiences with this card than me, I suppose. It's also like you want to be big. This feels like almost a blue-red card to me. But that's not that great. Okay, fine. We can get a combat trick. We get one extra combat trick from this. I mean, this is a 4-mana 1/4 that can't easily just get in. You really got to build around it. Like I push back on this as being like somehow easy awesome. This is not easy awesome. This is easy medium. And it's hard awesome. I'm going to take the Bolt. I know exactly what it does. I had an opponent play this. They had no spells in the yard. And it's just like, I just let it hit. It's like, okay, you got your 2 points. Good work, Oppo. Now, I know that's not every case. I'm just saying the floor on this card is real bad, actually. The floor on Lightning Bolt is real high. Another Rise we could grab. Inkling Summoning, get a lesson for the air. I think it's very built around that rare. Like, it does need like specifically combat tricks or big red blue stuff, and I don't know. Maybe I'll get watch me get just whipped by that card as we play out the games. Yeah, we can take the Pledge Mage. It's just not that super exciting. Like, I'd rather just have a second Rise, I think. Grape Shot is playable too. Yeah, actually, let's take Grape Shot. I'm gonna take Grape Shot. I think it's really good. You're always gonna get 2 out of it, and sometimes you can get more when it's instant and stuff. Expel, Blood Age General. First day of class does have the words learn on it, which I'm coming up and up and up and up on. I mean, you can even, we've cast this, how many lessons do we have? Oh, not many. Not many. We have 2. Right? No, did I get that one? Yeah, so only 2 right now. First Anatomy, I just don't think this is a high priority extra spell, although, you know, it ends up being free. We could take it. Kind of just want the Expel, though. If this were one of the, like, I don't know, I'm gonna take Expel. I like removal. Electrolyze, are you kidding me? I gotta pass Electrolyze? We could try splashing, but if we splash, I feel like we're in the Mardu range, not the Jeskai range. But yeah, we could take Summoning instead. Add to decent lessons. It's really harsh to pass this Electrolyze. Somebody's getting hooked up there. All right, I'll take the Summoning. Chat's right, but that Electrolyze is tempting. Someone's getting hooked up. Combat Prof goes in anything we're gonna do, and we're low on 4s, so it's nice to have a 4. Maybe take Combat Prof here, but, you know, Mage Hunter's Onslaught still being here does suggest that that black-white lane is maybe possible. But yeah, Pilgrim is also an option. Siriana likes the Pilgrim. We're kind of thick at 3, and we have not a lot at 4. I'm going to take the Combat Prof. That's my gut. I think we narrowed it down to the right 2 cards. So here's an Anatomy we could grab. What are we supposed to be doing here, though? We could try splashing the red for the removal. We saw a lot of open red, but now we're seeing open white-black as well. Not that this is amazing, but it's a great little curve filler. Like, I really, we're also low on 2s, so it's appealing to me as a 2-drop. I'm not saying it's amazing, but it's still here. Spiteful Squad's still here. It's just yeah, Spectre's still here. There's some stuff. Yeah, exactly. I don't feel tied to our red at all. It just doesn't feel that strong. Tome Shredder, I cut before. Warsinger, this is like Lightning Bolt and the Warsinger are the best thing. We could try to find a way to splash the Bolt. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Silencer and, again, try to figure out if this table's letting us, you know, where this table wants us to be. Double Silencer. All right. Take another one. Weird draft. Our awesome sideboard of of lessons has been reduced to 1. All right, Lash of Malice though still here. Assistant is nice. Study Break nice. It says learn on it, but I'm gonna take Lash. Couple of lashes, early aggression. Yeah, Archivist is absolutely a Lorehold card, right? The 2 tap do Loreholds thing. Exactly. That's why that's one of the reasons I'm willing to pivot back to black, is that we did pick up a campus that can help us splash some red if we want. Letter of Acceptance could help us be all 3 colors, but I think we need to take this summoning, since we have, if we're losing the red, we really need to find some lessons. Yeah, you like Pupil? I'm not into the Pupil. I want summoning for the a solid lesson to get. King Archivist just isn't a priority for me. It's not impactful enough at 6 mana for me to prioritize. This is not amazing. You want this to be... Yeah, I didn't mention Team Pennant, but I'm not into that card. With is that the... Wait, is Team Pennant the alt win con or the equip to tokens? I kind of like Team Pennant if you're really doing the token thing, but maybe I'm underrating it in general. In any case, this is effectively a 2/2 flyer for 3. We don't have a lot of other flyers or whatever, but it's still the pick here. Professor's Warning, I'm into... now I'm just so sad we don't have that Killian. Because somebody does. We're going to be... There's no way we're the only black-white drafter here, because Killian's in the draft. What did we take instead? It was the Bolt, yeah. If I could trade Bolt for Killian right now, I think I would. I think it would just, like, I would just want to pile onto the black-white. We're just going to take Practical Research from any red-blue drafter nearby. Spiteful Squad comes around. I'm going to start cutting the red. Besides, I guess we could consider the War Singer. This isn't a card. Don't play this card. You can't play removal that gives an opponent, along with it, a 3-mana spell to destroy that removal. Another Trudge. Our life gain isn't just through the roof here or anything, but a couple of Trudges should make things pretty scurry for anybody. Here's the Team Pennant again. Yeah, I'm still not in for it, but I see the value. This does not suck. Not unplayable or anything. But I'm gonna... The Trudge is just too good. Too much better. Smooth Tuesday wants the Rise. We have one. I would take another. Gambit, I'm pretty medium on 2. Thunderous Orator is where we're going to be here, although Hunt. Could also make an argument for Hunt. And Environmental Sciences also. I think I love this card, but yeah, these are pretty mission. These could be very good. This could be very good to splash the Bolt, splash the Warsinger. I don't know if we need to splash though. The deck is kind of coming together without it. That's what makes me want to just bank back to the Orator. But yes, having a Sciences is just, even in a 2-color deck, sometimes what you need. I'm just worried also we don't have a lot of Learn. We have Rise, we have Professor. So It does gain life for the trudges. That's true. I think that's maybe the thing that'll push me over to the sciences instead of the hunt. Also, you know, we are kind of low on good targets. Yeah, I'll do it. Not even necessarily to splash the red, but because it's just good to have that available. This is a reason to splash red, though, and then maybe we can wheel the campus, or we take the black. One of these campuses would be nice. But this is definitely worth a splash. Tuesday wants the boots. I had to find exile target permanent for boots yesterday. Is the rare better? Yeah, I should read the rare, huh? I don't even know what this does. So, instant sorcery spells you control have lifelink. It's a 2/4. Dwarf Cleric. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. You may cast it this turn. If a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. So randomly, you can... I think I just would rather have the pass caller. Yeah, but Pass Caller lets us recast Rise also, but he gives us a 4/2 flyer instead of a 2/4 ground. Yeah, I get. Yeah, it's not free. Yeah, you got to pay for those. I'm gonna take the Pass Caller. That's where my gut is telling me to go. Lowrek says the rare is busted. I think the uncommon looks better to me, but maybe I got that wrong. Silver Quill Campus on the splash or environmental science is number 2. Really, you just want that first one. Now that we got the first one, we can pass the second. I would take it, but I think we want the campus. I believe you. I'm not saying that rare isn't strong. I'm just not sure. I'm not certain it's better than the past caller, especially on the splash. Yeah, it is cheaper, but that's what I like this better. I'd almost rather have the 6-drop flyer than the 4-drop ground creature, because we're often going to be casting it on 6 mana anyway, and whether we're casting the 4 or the 6. So I just think the uncommon makes for a better splash anyway. I don't think we're going to be splashing the Artist. I don't think we would be playing the Inquisition. We already have our Professor's Warning, though. I don't like the Pupil. Yeah, Commons maybe is takeable here if we really want to do the splash. Yeah, I'm in for Commons. Let's take Commons. Good call. Between Commons, the other two campuses, and the Environmental Sciences, we can splash our red. And the red is worth splashing, the handful of really good stuff we have. Enthusiastic Study is good to see. Great to pick up another Learn card here. We're running out of time for that, so whew, feels great to actually pick this up. Oh, sorry, I got in the wrong head again. Yeah, I should have taken the Onslaught. Look. Wow. This is what happens. I get pushed all over in the colors and lose my brain on where I'm at even. But I don't... Is this worth splashing now? Or did I just completely screw up? I think I should have... Yeah, absolutely should have taken the Onslaught. But now I'm wondering, should I play the Study anyway? Probably. Like, we do need Learn. But that was the wrong pick. I acknowledge that. Fortunately, we got some good fixing, so we can mitigate that incorrect pick. But it was the incorrect pick. Ooh, this is interesting too. A couple of 6-drops to consider, but I'm going to take another pass caller. We're going to do it. Rise, I would love another Rise, but effectively, if we can get the first one, pass caller is another Rise. So, but yeah, I'm more and more sad now that this isn't the proper removal spell it should be, because a proper removal spell would be great for these pass callers too. Another? Yes. Yes, yes, we are. If that's your question, the answer is yes. I want this letter, too, to help out, but we're going to... Yeah, I don't know anymore. We'll see. Maybe we've pivoted all the way back to red-white here, but these silencers just need to... I don't think this deck functions without these 2-drops, so I still think we're going to splash the red. Not necessarily queen, but the tools to splash are there. You just have to make sure you have the tools. You can't just cross your fingers and hope. You got to have a plan for it, but I think we do. Gambit. Pennant. Again, I just don't feel like we have room for the pennant. I mean, I could take Pillar Drop, Rescuer... Maybe we do need another one of those more so than anything else. Although, given that I failed on that removal before, I think, yeah, I think we take the Gambit, because the return pass callers are saying kind of go long a little bit, and we can do that with those. With that, Dragon's Approach isn't particularly playable. You should. It's just an F. You just shouldn't play it. Can we do this thing? No, I don't. It kind of works against. That's a non-bow with our triple pass caller that's looking for removal spells and stuff. But yeah, I'm super bummed that I screwed up that pick, because that clean 4-mana removal would be pretty perfect for what we're up to here. Yeah, pass caller getting Pillar Drop, getting something else, you know. Hey, Lorehold Campus, get in our pile. Study came back as well, but I already regret the one I took. I think we might play this now, though, especially with the second campus and the desire to learn. Interesting spot. I don't know where you all would have ended up with your decks. We could take a start from scratch, but we already have one. This does not seem like a thing you want necessarily multiples of. That being said, I do think we are just splashing the red. So I'm going to take the start from scratch, because we might do it twice. And are we ever inquisitioning or pupiling here? I am just not in for the pupil. It has not impressed me at all, and I'm going to wait till somebody really impresses me with it. And I'd actually consider an inquisition. Hey, this is not bad for us. We can consider that too, although pretty thick at 6. You know, I don't think we can do it just because we have these pass callers that are going to be our high end along with the Rise. Inquisition is pretty medium in limited. Generally, when you're doing hand destruction, you want it to be a thing you're doing multiples of, so that it like, if you gave me 5 Inquisitions, it would be interesting, because you could really have, not that you'd run all 5 even, but you have enough to run that you could make it a plan. But even then, you know, if you're up against big mana Prismari, is this doing enough for you? Most decks have plenty of targets for Inquisition, but it's also just a terrible top deck, right? If I draw this late game, it can literally do nothing. Let's see, does it combo here? Yeah, so the call out here is that one reason to play Inquisition is that effectively one of the things it does is let you look at their hand, which would give you silencer information. It's the dead late that makes this tough to manage. Like, when you play this on turn 2 or 3, it can feel incredible, but when you draw it late, you wonder what you did wrong with your life. If we don't splash the mistake, not playing the Spectacle Mage. I'm going to cut the lands now just so I see where I'm at. This is going to be an 18 lander. We've got 4 6-drops. And we're trying to make it to a late game where we recur a bunch of stuff. Maybe Beaming Defiance has to go. And I think we can play the War Singer, but maybe that's a bit greedy. These 6s are pretty easy to splash, but a 3 is not. And we didn't really, like, I cut, this is good with combat tricks, which I've just cut. I think we cut that and don't make that how we're trying to splash here. Anybody who stuck with Lorehold start to finish would probably have a fine deck. Anybody who would have stuck with Silver Quill or, Black-White start to finish, Silver Quill would have a fine deck. And I think we have a fine deck, but I think Mardu, something Mardu was our lane. And we've got a solid result here. And Professor's Warning could be a final cut. We're not doing a ton of life gain, so these trudges aren't at their best, but they're still very good, and they're still they scare the heck out of opponents. I almost don't care how many creatures it is. Like, we just need to make sure we have an early game, and we do, with double lash and castable and 3 castable 2s and a bolt that we could splash. We're somewhat risky early. Could bring in a Grape Shot again. Pillar Drop. No, I think we need to again stick to the base Black-White. Yeah, it's grindy because the Lorehold splash has given it some serious grind with the triple past caller. We got to have a deck name that's about the silent past somehow. Give me a silence and past. Returned past caller and Silver Quill silencer need to. Oh, we have double lash too, though. We got a lot of doubles. Look at all these doubles. Doubles everywhere. So, one more cut. I guess I'll just take the warning out, since that was what I was feeling like that was probably it. And it's not like we have bomb creatures that we're trying to protect. Go ahead, let our creatures die. We'll get them back with a Pillar Drop Rescuer or life gain, and these get themselves back. So, silent return, maybe? Return to silence, says Roddy. All right, let's pop these in the main. Export to MTGA and pop it in. We have, I'll show you. As I said, we don't have much, but you still play those. Because even if you don't have much, eventually you find it, and suddenly you've drawn an extra card or two thanks to the... I'm going to delete this. So, I'm cheating and adding stuff. What was that? There. That was an accident. This is... I'll just do silent return. Both because of the silencers, we can return the silencers with the rescuer, and this says return on it. Sure. And then let's get these basics out and figure out what basics we actually want in. Need one mountain to go hunting for. Hey, Corky, welcome back. Sideboard print, we don't need to, it's all right. I'm gonna manage it. Also, we have 3 colors, so I actually want access to that stuff. I guess we could ditch anything that's like not in those 3 colors, but it looks like we ended up with basically everything in, like the Spectacle Mage can go back, never playing that. Practical Research, never playing that. But everything else is a maybe. Pack one, pick one is in the sideboard. It was Venerable Warsinger. I basically do a draft each time, and then if there's time, I do a little more. It basically ends after the first draft, but that usually is about 3 hours. And all right, we got 3 natural red sources. We're going to add a 4th. And oh, Queen, did you pick lands? I didn't see which lands you wanted. I think it was like Avon, one of the Uns, but not the OG Uns. You can do Artist Avon and then find it that way. So these, right? So we're going to go... Definitely need a Plains, a Swamp, and a Mountain. Oh, Unhinged. Okay, no problem. I like the OGs. My favorite. It was some Un. You got to give me credit for at least finding an Un. All right, so we got the 1 mountain we need, and probably going to leave it at that, at a basically 4 natural sources plus learning to go get an additional source. Note that, yeah, like boy, you got to prioritize learn. Everybody's understanding how important learn is, and now we're in a spot where we don't have much learning. We have Professor of Symbology, we have Rise. So as much as we would like to, we effectively have 5 sources. I mean, we have 4 natural land sources and then Professor, really. But the lack of learning is, I can feel it. I got to keep that in mind. And that means, so now we've got, I don't want to add any more red sources. You could maybe make an argument for 2, but we just should be able to find red by the time we're doing past callers, and we might get stuck with a bolt that we wish we could cast. Yeah, let's get those sleeves done before I forget. And we have early need for both colors, so really we're just going to even it out from here. I think I'll lean Swamp, because actually we actually have Lorehold Campus gives white, so we need more black anyway. How much more? 7, 8, 9 black with this setup. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 planes with this setup. So really we're at 9 and 9. 9 and 9 is pretty good. Maybe we do just get a second mountain here, right? Then we've got 9, 9, 5 is just a baseline, plus the ability to search using the sciences. Kind of makes this a 6, right? 9, 9, 6. That seems pretty strong. So that gives us 18, I believe. Yes, 18 land. We want 18 because we're trying to do a lot with our mana. We have 4 6-drops, and we're trying to do a lot here. And I like this deck. How many creatures? I even have some solid. I thought we might be low on creatures, but it's all pretty good. The Trudge is going to be tough to get back, but Pledge Mage can get lifelink activated. Where else do we have lifelink or life gain? Really, in fetching our sideboard card. So really, the Trudges are almost bad here. Like, we really did not end up with the tools to make these good, but we still had to play it. Like, there's, you know, we just have to accept that in this deck, these went from their usual awesome status to just very medium. But they should still be somewhat lightning boltish or lightning rodish, not lightning boltish. This is lightning boltish. They're lightning rods. People will go out of their way to like try to find a way to exile them and stuff. So, and they're afraid of them. Like, they don't want to trade and don't want to let him die. Don't want to tangle with him because, hey, we're just going to get him back, right? So, of course, now this is normally against unknown players, but the rule around here is that my opponents are allowed to come and watch me deck build, so they're all hearing this too. So I'm aware of that, Gideon. You can all pretend that the brackish Trudges are much better than they are normally. Besides, go ahead, underestimate them. I'm going to gain life, and then you're going to be sad. That's all right. There's still curve fillers that we need to include. It is what it is. And let's try it out. Let's go. Getting to see if there's any free memes. No, I turned them off. I successfully turned them off. Slam dunk gifts to a fellow Duncan. Love it. Right on. All right. You tell me how you think I'm going to do today, and I will find my first oppo. Who is it? Pac-Man. Where's my buddy list? Oh, let me try a relog. Hey, Brett, how you doing? So, I have no friends? Is that the new state of things? Thanks. Thanks for the reminder, Wizards, that I have no friends. Good news, everybody. My friend list is wide open. All right, well, I'll try it the old school way. Now, does Pac-Man have to challenge me back, or is Pac-Man seeing this? This is where I don't use the direct challenge feature except in the Sweatsuit Invitational. Thanks, Hat. Seriously, Wizards, where did my friend list go? Oh, same options? Okay, what do we... I'm just doing... Challenge match, best of 1, 40 card. Challenge match, best of 1, 40 card. How many wild cards would you need? Well, I mean, in this one, we've said you can end up with a ton of rares. Like, if you wanted to be absolutely certain, like 10, but that's a pretty extreme case. I think if you did it with, if you had, like, even 5 rares, like 5 rares and a couple mythics, you would be pretty good. Well, this is clunky because they took away my normal means of doing this, which is direct challenge via my friend list, but my friend list is empty. I can try adding, can we add friends? Can I rebuild my list? Here, I'm going to reach out and try to friend the other people in the tournament today in case this does work, so... Oh, Wizards. Why you gotta make it hard on us? We're doing our best here. Yeah, it sounds like it's not working on multiple levels. I see your request, Queen. We'll see if we can fit it in today, but yeah, right now let's well, should I relog again? I don't know what to... I'm kind of curious if I can add friends. Let's see if I turn... Say I'm busy. I'm offline. Online. I'm going to try one more relog. Well, I could also move this to a different account. That would be a little bit of a hiccup if it's on me here. Let me try pop a get again, see if a relog friend request works. Well, Grim is hanging? What does that mean for me? Do you want me... What are my marching orders, Hat? What should we try here? Want me to try a direct challenge again? Hey, we got there. Jeez. Some technical difficulties today, but it looks like we have a path forward, at least. All right, this looks good. Lash available on 2. We'll play Campus on 1. This is why I like Lash. It just trades up. Go ahead and do Trudgeonator. And then offer this up to Pac-Man if Pac-Man comes up with a block. And then we do have the Pledge Mage. We don't have a lot of lifelink as indicated, but we do have this, so we can actually attack in here, offer a trade, and drop a Pledge Mage and try to make it work to get our friend back eventually. I'll play another Plains here, though. That system is just the cancer of Magic the Gathering Arena. It just does not function. What the heck? What the what? Well, we got an Expel for that. And we're going to go with Combat Prof. So, we could get back a past caller. I mean, get back a Lash of Malice. We could just pillar drop the Trudge and get it back the hard way. That seems fine, too. 11 pests would be amazing, and I would tip the cap. Cardboard Live is open. Is it not behaving? Maybe it's behaving now. It's like Beetlejuice. Say its name and it works. The Lash and the 4/2 flyer is good enough for you. It's true, it does get us up in the air, and we have a nice attack here anyway. Oh, there's a card that that has that text, King. It's like sacrifice. It's a green-black. Sacrifice this and get stuff equal to its power. So that's what it would be. Yeah, we can just get the pass caller. I'm being a little greedy to want more than what the Lash that we have. This is fine. Especially just another flyer is fine. Hey, there it is. We were just talking about it, right? No, wait. Sorry, that was a different one. What is that? Creature dies this turn. Ah. Ah, okay, cool. Nice combo. Nice combo. But it's going to set us up for the Expel, so I'm happy about this as long as we can fire off this Expel. And I am willing to just take the 11. Interesting. Expel, double Lash. Don't do it that way, mana. No. I don't think I want to wait, Math. Like, I guess I know what you're saying, like make him sack. But I don't even think I want to give him that. I think we just Expel, double Lash, and get in with flyers, and then they have a 4/4 left, and double lash is a little harsh. Wonder if we can... Ooh, we can also do this. I'm going to start here, because we can also lifelink the Pledge Mage. And it makes a nice threat here. Yeah, King wants to get rid of the 4/4 because of the reach coming. I feel ya. But we can make all of our options lethal trade-wise, and then... Oh, yeah, I could have done the pledge. I just wanted to have all of these represent a trade or a kill with the Spectre. And then now I'm still trying to decide whether we want to double lash here or not. Obviously, the lash is a known quantity. Math says, nah. Yeah, we can just get Trudge back. That's fine, right? Trade for any of these. Yeah, I'm fine with this trade and get the Trudge back. And still have a lash for the future. But having double lash for the Symmetrist with our flyers is pretty good game, big game. Yeah, it's possible I played too conservatively and missed a chance at going for lethal, but... Yeah, it is an aggressive attack for sure. I'm going to play this out, and... We could lash now. Not sure what this card is, but I think double lash makes sense here. We want this thing dead. And don't have anything to get back with the Pillar Drop Rescuer, but a second flyer is probably better here than the Trudge. You like Trudge there? I like getting up in the air, and this is why here, right? We can now still have a 2-turn clock. I'll sandbag this swamp. Just a couple lands in hand is fine, Pac-Man. No need to have anything. Yeah, Scryland a good reason to play, you're right. Let's see. What's the thing that could get this? We should, let's see. Green. Instant speed. Trouble is, it doesn't matter unless it's instant speed combat only. Yeah, I mean, we could name Flunk, but they could cast it in response is the thing, right? They could cast Lash in response. So, like, naming these things they can cast in response doesn't matter. There's only a question of whether there's, like, something they might... Yeah, something we want to see, like Big Play is a good idea. I like that. We'll name Big Play. Common Pump Spell is a good thing to name here in terms of... instance that we would force them to use. Right, Mage Duel I was thinking about, but that's a sorcery, right? So it's not going to affect us this turn. And I'm going to send all. Represent 2 lethal threats. Made him have it. Had it. Do we get life this turn? No. All right, so I'm going to play the land for the scrying. Feels like a I give up attack, but I'm going to take that. Yep, all right.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Thanks, deck. Hair secured for the week. Now let's go for the win. Good game, Pac-Man. Thanks for playing. Oh, I might have missed... Did I miss any memes there, Hat? Sorry, I'm trying to keep on top of this, but the meme infusion is so large, I'm worried about... like, I got to remind myself. I got that one, got that one, got that one. Right. Yup. Yup. Oh, I missed this one. Here's what I missed.
Expelled! Expelled! Expelled!
There you go. That was my one miss for the event, or the game. Next week? What about next week? Is next week when Mama's going to play in this thing? That's the thing that's always next week. Ah, right on. Well, this is looking like a Lorehold open, and we've got the double Silver Quill and none of our black. That being said, can we throw this back? We could, but since my hair's safe, I'm going to be greedy. Oh, that was supposed to be a swamp for the never punished, but we are slightly punished here. Oh, the swamp was just a turn late. Good try, swamp. That would have been cool, though. Silencer, silencer, prof. Oh, yeah, I gotta actually choose something here. What's a 3-drop common that we would... I guess we still just want to name removal, right? Yeah, we could name Field Trip. But I think we want to name... Yeah, Biomath would be... I like Biomath or just naming removal. Although Field Trip would be a nice one where it's like, ooh, it really irks them to not play that on 3. Whereas Mage Duel... Yeah, that's true. We did pass Electrolyze, although we're not seeing blue yet. Did we see Field Trips? Yeah, let's name Field Trip. That's fine. I was going to name Removal, but naming something that they would really want to play on curve is good as well. And here, I'll even use that as an excuse for this.
I'll turn this damn bus around. That'll end your precious little field trip pretty damn quick, huh?
Combat Prof offering up Silencer seems fine, and then next turn we have a... Well, we don't have a 2-spell turn if we do have double black, but we can get this back next turn with the Rescuer, so let's offer the trade and then rescue it next turn if they take the trade. Symmetrist is good against us. Second match in a row against the uncommon Symmetrist. The 4/4 reach for 4, super solid. And we are somewhat locked by it to the point that we could just go for the Trudge that can actually attack into this. Trouble is I can't 2-spell, so I'm just going to go Rescuer while I can. If I could, I would, but we only have the 1 swamp. Math wants to double spell, so do I, but we can't. Worst pick of the draft remains that red combat trick I took when we were actually black-white, and I passed on the 4-mana removal spell. I'm thinking of that now because I would love to just remove the Symmetrist, and I was thinking, what can I do to remove the Symmetrist? Oh, that card I passed would have helped. Free gold in the store. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, still missing double black. Still have to play just one of these. What's the dream draw? Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably a mono white 4-drop or 3-drop. You know, something to help us 2-spell next turn, or a swamp. Like Silver Quill Pledge Mage. Hey, that's an excellent draw. Excelente. Like, game-swingingly good draw for us. And now we get to figure out what's best for us. We have the red to even make an elemental. And that's probably it, although we could just get up in the air with an Inkling. With the green across the way, why do you want Sciences? I guess we can get back the Trudge that way. It's true, we could use a second Swamp. I just feel like we're going to get there eventually. We don't even need it right now. Like, if we get the Summoning, next turn we can... If we get any land, we can still 2-spell. So I'm going to skip on the Sciences. I think we'll get our Swamp eventually, and it's not super urgent at the moment. I'm going to take a beefy... ground dude. You're not going to get me on that onboard trick. I see that you have 5 mana, but as always, Thread of Activation for the win. So many things effectively say mana cost, this can't be blocked this turn. Or 0, this can't be blocked this turn. It just says this can't be blocked, right? It's a lot of words that just say this can't be blocked. Another one. That is not fair. How many of these exist? What is going on? How many were in the draft? Oh, that's annoying. I got to name Master Symmetrist with my Silver Quills, apparently. We got our land, though. What do we want to name? Maybe the fight spell at this point? We can go summoning and a trudge, or summoning and a silencer. And, well, is it always right to name lessons? No, because then they could just not get that lesson. Mage's Duel. And we definitely passed a Mage Duel. Mage Duel is what it's called. It's really quite a drawback if if Papa Get happens to have Mage Duel in hand right now, they're going, oh man, I can't let him draw a card. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Give me that Rise, baby. Although I'm nervous about all this open mana, and I'm going to try sending in Elemental first, see if we can shake some action here, and then decide what to do from there. Really want this to resolve for the Rise, though. Snow Day. All right. That's great, though. What I wanted was a tap out. We got our tap out. I mean, not fully tapped out, but we're not worried about a counterspell is the thing. And really want to somewhat represent Lash. There we go. I put this stop on so that if Papa casts something first main, it'll pause for us and maybe make him think about a Lash. But really, Papa is now... It's about whether this Rise nabs this Reach or not. If Rise nabs the Reach, we're in the catbird seat. Yeah, repping Bolt is another thing we could do. Yeah, we can come up with whatever things could stop the Rise and play the Silencer to name them. That's a good point, Math. Anybody else? Math brings up Decisive Denial. What other cards do we need to be worried about from a green-blue deck that counter the Rise, you know? Snakeskin Veil, sure. Maybe Snakeskin Veil is a good call. I think we saw one of those, right? Yeah, we want to try and find the common, right? The common that would do that. I like the Snakeskin Veil right now. Ideally we name something that we saw in the draft and would stop the Rise from working. And current front runner for me is Snakeskin Veil. I didn't see Decisive Denial in the draft. Reject. I forget what reject does. Reject is creatures only, but there's some negate type stuff, so you could do a negate. Well, there you go. Now they've got 2 flyer blockers. That's somewhat interesting. And 4 mana. I'm still on Veil, since I remember seeing it. It's perfectly reasonable. We're not guaranteed to be naming correctly, but it's a place to start. And Drake is going to get something from the air, but we're going to go for getting the Symmetrist done here. Well, gang, we thought it through, and that's what we came up with. Too bad we ended up naming wrong. Let's go actually name our... I'm going to pump up a silencer here. Snakeskin Veil was definitely correct, though. We had to guess at one of those, and I guessed at one, the common one that I saw in the draft. That's all right. We'll draw another pass caller next turn and cast it again. Well, at least that doesn't have trample. Or does it have trample? You think we're dead? How are we dead? Papa's like, darn it, that's not what I wanted. And look, I called my shot. I called my shot. So I'm gonna... Let's see, Silencer on Mage Duel, Silencer on Snakeskin Veil. I'm gonna attack with a bunch of 4-power stuff, actually. We'll send all these. All right, Papa, this was for you. I didn't do this. Somebody else wants to rub this in your face.
Oh no, please! I can't read your crazy moon language!
And we're back here to blocks, and yep, that's fine. I'm just gonna pass caller, pass caller. We're just gonna loop pass callers. I mean, I could get the rise, but we can get the rise after we get another pass caller. And this kills the Symmetrist as well. Oh, wow. Just the wrong... Oh, Papa, I feel so badly for you now. Because, like, that was it. That was the win to go along with the exponential growth. Didn't have them at the same time, though. And now we can lash. Oh, this is silly. All right. Lash. Yeah, we can do it all. Let's go lash. Lash, lash, win. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this should be good.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
The reverse sweep can always happen. Shopping is still possible. Thank you, Alpha. All right. Good game, Papa. Nobody mentioned it. Nobody redeemed a reading stream meme or anything. I don't know. Yeah, I got it. Thanks. I'm on it. I'm on it. I spent a wild card on that misplay. Can you add that to the quotes? Chef's kiss, Papa. Good game. We've all been there. Nothing like mistakes under the spotlight, huh? Little rough archway, not perfect mana here, but it'll get us there. We're going to keep this, of course. It's just our awesome curve out is not going to happen unless we find a plains off the top. But can't throw it back. Maybe we get to lash something on one. There are some targets. That is not one of them. So now we gotta get our mana going here. Quite costly. Spend your second turn to just play your land, but now we're in a decent spot. We can go Campus or Professor Hold Up Lash. I kind of like Professor Hold Up Lash, but I suppose we can Lash on our next turn main phase if we need to. So let's Professor and Campus. What do we want? We don't need the sciences. We have our mana decently covered here. Spirit summoning. Maybe just an inkling. This is just classic. Just grab the inkling and go air with it. I think I like that. Not knowing anything else about our sitch. Good one because the leftover fractal also gets the prof, and we don't necessarily want to give up that kind of value. We can go summoning with Lash. We can go... Yeah, summoning and Lash seems fine. Hold up Lash. We don't even need to use the Lash here. We'll do it if they go for some equip. Media no fool, though. Media's gonna be ready for the known lashes. And just trying to give you your proper meme.
All right, everyone, chill.
And we'll go ahead and lash the flyer. take a couple of damage here. That's okay. Well, 3 to be exact. A little more black than we were hoping for. Actually, now that we got the... I should have been thinking about the rescuer. Like, I was worried about losing the professor, but we actually want the professor to die. But not yet. And unfortunately, we only have the 1 white, and our hand is just all white, so we only get to 1 spell. Yeah, we can't silent... Oh, no, sorry. Sorry, I was thinking this was different. Yeah, we have 2 white, so great. We can 2-spell. Then that's perfect. I was worried that we couldn't, but we can. And let's start with an attack. I can't name Master Symmetrist, right? I mean... Like, the fact that we've seen 3 should suggest that there's no others to worry about, or less chance that there will be others to worry about. Zimone is interesting. What do we name? I want some suggestions. What are we naming? Biomathematician is interesting because it is, as someone said, better in multiples. Mage Duel, we did see those, and we haven't had them really cast against us. Yeah, I'm going to name Mage Duel again. We saw them in the draft and haven't seen them cast against us yet, so I think it's good against green to keep naming this. And I could expel now, but I want to expel if if Media goes for the boots. Eureka Moment would also be interesting for sure. And I don't like not spending my mana this turn. I'm going to go ahead and try casting this. It's not an amazing target or anything, but we're hoping to draw action. We have action in hand. Do you think we're at... Can we gambit? Or is it too shaky to gambit? Let's send in Professor at least. And the Flyer. I guess we could send Silencer as well. We don't care what they get because we can get it back. And it looks like we are doing tricks, but really what we're doing is just pillar dropping. I guess I'm giving up one of these. I can't get them both back. Yeah, so I don't love that, actually, now that I think about it, but too late. And I'm going to get... We didn't get good... Like, our sideboard doesn't... We didn't get any of the removal sideboard cards. So, like, we can go and get stuff from the sideboard, but nothing that's wildly impactful. It's really just a... Yeah, but we don't even have the capability to play the 4/4 yet. I got the 4/4 back when we happened to have the double red. We don't have the double red. But do we have another summoning, or do we only end up with one? I can't remember if they're showing us this. I'm looking at a sideboard map, but it doesn't show me. Oh, actually, I'm gonna get Professor because we can kill that. We can kill the boots. We have Artifact Hate in the board. And this is real, so... Ugh. Top, draw. Ouch. That is no joke. Well, we were talking about naming Biomathematician number 2. Would have been fine. And now we do have 3 white, so we can Gambit and Professor. But I like... Well, Well, we don't have the boots to kill yet. We could wait on that. Can we combat? Yeah, we can combat and divine gambit. I'm a little nervous about they topped. This could be big, but I also think we gotta, you know, use this eventually. Well, I should attack first, though, if we're gonna attack. Thing is, I'm not sure what we're gonna see on the other side. Oh, and I forgot to play Combat Professor. Whoops. I'm trying to get information before I gambit, but then I forgot about my Professor play. I'm gonna, I got 2 Professors here. I'm gonna gambit, and then we might see something else that we want to get Professor-wise anyway. Cross your fingers. Not the worst. And I am going to shamefully post-combat Combat Professor. Bookworm was an absolute risk. The green is the most anxiety-inducing color to be playing Divine Gambits against. Interesting that, like, in this set, not a lot of stuff has trample naturally. It seems like they're really making you work through trample hoops. Hey, friend. Now, I was going to go and get the artifact hate, and maybe we should. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess we wouldn't even cast what we got from this yet, so I'm going to go get the artifact hate and take out the boots. Sit down, boots. Leave Combat Professor back on D and send everything else, though. I think that's right. I know they're pretty wide, but I feel like we can block with Prof now, and we're fine with that. And we have Combat Professor saying, do you have a trick or not? So I'm going to do it. Yeah, it seems like they've done a lot of fiddly things to make sure that a lot of common type magic spells don't just wreck the format. Hat bringing up natural trample kind of is so bad with... Oh, I saw a 4/4 reach and thought there was another one, but there you go. It effectively is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we got Lash. I suppose sending in... Trying to figure out how to go about this. Like, we can... I guess we just send in the 3 flyers. They represent must block lethal. Could probably just send the 2 if we want to keep the combat prof. But we can send in these 2. This is a spirit, so we could even encourage the killing of this rescuer, so we could potentially pass call it if we wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. That's true. We can also send everything and lash. Well, boy, this is tight because we're only at 10 life. If we had like 20 life, this would be a lot easier for me. I would just throw away stuff, but we could throw away stuff and then get killed on the crackback. That's part of my concern here. I'm going to leave the professor back, but I am going to send both and be willing to trade for the colony with the lash. And I could go for the colony. I suppose if they have a Snakeskin Veil, no, I guess it matters. Like if we try to get the colony, we lose. Snakeskin Veil gets us. If we lash our own rescuer, oh no, we kill it. Never mind. we kill it. So we got to go for it. But you can see what I was thinking. Let's say this was a 3/3. We would make a 5/1, and a 5/1 defeats Snakeskin Veil. But of course, we don't have 3 toughness, so I can't do that play. And I'm going to go ahead and I can wait and let combat happen though. We get to scry. Just got to remember to do that. Right now we're lethal in the air. I'll throw Professor in front of anything. All right, not lethal in the air anymore, and potentially staring at some rough shape on the crackback. Double Snow Day. Or wait, was it Snow Day was the other match? We keep getting got by Snow Days, and is everybody just blue-white or blue-green? We Snow Day indeed. Let's do some scrying. Maybe we'll find an answer. I think we need basic land, and then we can play Pass Caller. All right, we're going to keep this because we can Pass Caller back a Lash and get rid of 2 offenders, and then we're not just dead, right? Take 1, block everything else. I mean, we're probably just dead with Media on 3 cards drawing a 4th, but we at least answer what's on board, which is all you can really hope for. It's leaving us black, which is what I want. Weird that it's not leaving us... Oh, maybe it's because they have to. Yeah, I have to use the commons to cast this. Got it. Black is the only thing left. But it's good, because it's what we wanted. And we'll lash while the lashing is good. And I think we take out the 2/2 that if it got counters could get even bigger. Like if they played another Biomancer, this could be even bigger. So let's take out the 2/2 that can grow. And do it while shields are a little bit more down. This is not bad to at least get in 3 from this. It's free. Uh-oh, that's got to be a good game. Media's going to find something to learn from that can knock out one of these and get it done. Although I guess still got to do 2. We're still just most. No, now we're dead. Good job, Media.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That was a you lose for me, not for chat. Or perhaps this.
Is this a dead man, Doctor?
Very dead, Mr. Spock.
You think people have been sleeping on that? I feel like lessons are now... People are not sleeping on the lessons anymore. They're not... Sorry, not the lessons. The learn spells. Good game, Media. The learn stuff is going early and appropriately, and I can think arcane subtraction is part of that. All right, is this chat's big comeback? I love game 4s in a 7-game series because either someone's starting to run away with it or it gets super close, one of the two. Well, I thought I had you. Your snow day saved you. Found all the lines I could, but could not defeat the snow day. Second snow day that's been a problem. That card is a beast at the right time. All right, this is keepable. We're going to spend our first few turns getting our mana sorted, but then we got places to go. Nice. Trudge represents a 3-drop. We kind of need one. I'll play more planes, though. Next turn we have Combat Prof, make a 5-2 and offer. Well, Lash says we could also hold up Lash, but I don't know what that gets us exactly. I'm just going to go over the Combat Prof plan. Pause indicates Bobster has something, but again, just going to make Bobster show us what that is. Stick with the plan. That's all right. That's less all right. I was more okay with losing the Trudge than the Prof. But let's go ahead and do Lorehold Campus here. We could Gambit that, but that doesn't make any sense right now. We're going to hold on that. Does anybody not play green? Have we played green in all of our matchups so far? I just feel like it's the same game again and again. Green, blue, or green, black? Green, blue, or green, black? Which at least says we found an open lane, right? At least we're not in a green deck. Remorse. Well, goodbye, past caller. We hardly knew you. Exile, too. We can't even get it back with another past caller, so that was brutal. And that's playable, and, like, Inquisition really isn't, you know, because Agonizing Remorse can do that. Inquisition can't, you know? Agonizing Remorse, like, always gets something. And even as a fail case of, like, all right, their hand is empty, you can at least get something out of their graveyard. Hey, remember we had a Lightning Bolt in the deck? Now I do. Should we just bolt this thing? She's not that big a deal yet. Shields aren't fully down anyway. I'm just going to wait. I want to scry here. Trudge. Yeah, we should just keep action, I think. And if Trudge number 2 dies, then getting some lifelink eventually, even just a little bit, will be worth it, because it's like draw 2 lifelink. So, bolt that? I'm going to still say no. We'll take the 1. Keep our options open here. I'm feeling like we're at the point where we can try a Gambit and probably have a Lightning Bolt to back it up and then play Trudge after. I'm going to go ahead and Gambit away the Archivist here. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I could have bolted that, but I still don't even know what we want to bolt yet. Not convinced. Interesting that... Why would it say... Oh, because we have to. Again, it's like... It's our only source of black. Never mind. I guess we are gonna just need to bolt this. I think this is the thing to bolt over Dina. Although, no, it's not, because we have Lash for the Servan. So... we know there's nothing big in hand. I'm just going to take this out while the shields are mostly down. And then we have Lash to get in the way of this thing. Can even put an upkeep scry. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Really rough about that is that Lash no longer works. So really kind of messed up that last turn. I should have Lashed, and although I only had the one black, so really couldn't two spell and play the Trudge. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and scry now, because we can still Lash. And we'll take that draw. Sure. I didn't want to draw a land, I wanted to find action. We found some action. If I had just drawn naturally, of course, we could have played that, but we didn't know... Oh, no, we have Lash. I mean, just having Lash is good. I know we're not going to Lash this, but it's still good to have the spell available. Oh, can't get anything here. So, we are going to... Alright, cool. We found a swamp. I don't mind that, because we got some stuff to do here. Including... this. I'm going to take the environmental sciences for the life gain, unless I see something obvious that I'm missing. I don't, so I'm going to go life gain. We have time, though. We're also at 7, staring down some stuff. But if we keep a Lash open, we should still be able to do that, right? So I'm going to go for this. But the trouble is we can't keep a Lash open because I want to get both these Trudges back. But we only get one of those back anyway, so I guess we do keep the Lash. It is what it is. Tight game. And now we have Lash plus Professor to take out one of these two. Assuming this isn't gonna just wreck us. David, that's why I was looking to see, I was asking, is this fast enough? And I wasn't sure, but also feel like it was possible. And we can somewhat do it all. You can do two things anyway. Let's start here. And put an upkeep scry. Yipe. What's this? Oh, that's pretty good. Need some action. Do we even have time? Now that we're staring at this situation, maybe we just need to naturally draw, because if I go for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we have 3 mana left after. And we got a lot of 3-drop plays. So I am going to go ahead and scry ahead of draw. And yeah, we can play that. So we're going to keep it. And I'm going to not attack. I'm going to stay back. I'm going to try to block with the Trudge, because this is one of our other... This is basically our only source of life in the deck to get Trudges back beyond going for the Sciences. So we're going to see if we can... Oh, except then I forgot to set another stop to avoid exactly this, drawing a mountain. I didn't want to do that. Darn it. Now... We are at risk of just losing to Inklings eventually, but I'm going to play the land, telegraph that we got nothing, but we may end up scrying and ending up needing all this land to survive next turn. And let's get this upkeep stop set now. Uh-oh, that's just... almost GG. Just almost GG right there. But let's take a look. No thank you. I don't see how we get out of this one. But yeah, because we basically need to 2-spell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't really do the scry here because we need too much action. So I'm with Gedanmore. Our outs are wildly slim. We need to top deck the Rise right now. Yeah, Expel could help too. Yep, that's fair. I still think we need to just draw naturally. I mean, does anybody want to scry here? It's true that if we find a spell, we could Silver Quill and potentially even get the Trudge back, but I don't know if that truly saves us. I think we need to draw naturally and get lucky. Not to be. Let's see what's underneath. There was the Rise, but that's the thing. We could, if we had scryed away this, we draw the Rise and then have 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, it's not enough anyway. So there you go. Close. Not quite. Yeah, 1 turn missed scry could have been the difference there, right? I don't know if... It certainly doesn't mean we win that game, because we had... That would only... barely stabilize us, and then we had a whole game to win from there, but it would have been a path to stabilization in the moment. All right, chat crawling back, as it often happens. Oftenly? You think you're getting this week? You're not getting this week from me. Just accept it now. I'm coming for you, and I'm going to end this. I'm coming for you, Krauser. Even though you're not playing. Like I'm going to be right behind you. Mm-mm. Just going to let you live in fear. And then when you least expect it, How we doing, Chimero? Should I hop ahead? Okay. Looks like we've got a situation normal with regards to the client. Let me cancel this, try again. Oop, still going Chimero. I was preparing to go to the next, but we're gonna find Chimero here. If this hangs, let's just restart. Do the old restart dance. I got one friend. One friend. Thanks, Wizards, for annihilating my friend list. Appreciate it. Certainly makes it easy. I was always having to just figure out who to cull, who to take off my list so that I could add the week's buddies. But now... All right, let's go. Try again. Come on, Wizards. Ugh. What could it be? Why did the other ones work and this one not? I don't know. Oh good, my friend is gone. Whew! Almost kept a friend there for a second. Let me try Saitama just to see if it's Chimero specific or whether we're kind of floating, dead in the water more generally. You down for that, Saitama? Check whispers. Oh, I gotta switch. Oh, I see. That was Saitama. So we're gonna go this instead. Oh, you're in the middle of a game? Whoops. So I could go ahead up to, I don't know what to do now. You try Street Rage. You available to jump the line, Rachel? I just want to see if we can, or heck, I want to challenge anybody and see if I'm the problem or Chimero's the problem, or, I mean, we know what the problem is. It's this software. Okay, so then let me try... Like, hey, Bobster, let's just do a, quote, rematch. But I just, yeah. I just kind of want to see, okay, if David's willing to drop out. let's try that. One-time dealer. Friend Challenge is a new... It's really a good name. It's got the problems baked right into the name. So we got a Friend Challenge. Yeah, so you're trying this too? So maybe it is me. Suddenly I can't connect with anybody. I could try this from one of my side accounts. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I think I might try importing my deck into a different account and trying it from there. But let's go with the David plan again. Oh, Wizards, come on. I was so hoping that would just, quote, work. But David sent me a match. I sent David a match. It's not Snap joining us. So, I don't know, gang. Let me do at least try the different account. Ryan plays from a different account thing. I'll do the side account number 2. So the competitors, you're looking at my other account here. Oh, yeah. Sorry, hat's all over it. Ooh, I guess what I just sold? I just sold this right here. This is a Judge promo Sword of Feast and Famine. All right, so I'm gonna keep. Oh wait, I forgot to export my deck though. Let me. Oh shoot. I can reconstruct it, of course, from the web page, but we made some changes. I don't remember exactly the final configuration, but let's do our best. Do this real quick. Oh yeah, and this is where my collection, my decks are broken. Oh, Wizards. Like, all right, next account, next account, next account, next account, next account. Next. See, this is why you have to have multiple accounts on Arena, apparently. I can log in, doesn't really matter. I don't care. But we'll go. It really doesn't matter. You can do your best to spam me at those numbers. I have Gmail backed email, so I don't see your spam. I don't care. Yeah, I'll go to profile so we can get the details. There you go. We're going to try it from here. Godot 26633. And this is not right. We want to go... Right, it was 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, this was the correct... Let's see, I don't want to... Yeah, it's fine. We can... Actually, don't need to craft this. Well, that's all right. Craft all. That's fine. Oh, goodness. Will this work? Who knows? Let's find out. Let's find out. Gonna go back to the Chimero attempt. Try to do this in proper order. And let's see if we can make it work, Chimero. That is the joke, Nebula. For those who don't know, my Godot account is a throwback to my Magic Online days. There's my little blurb on it. Well, looks like we're stuck. Boy, we've had a heck of a time getting through a gauntlet between my changing schedule and the system's changing functionality. I almost made the side account Guffman Tron. When I came up with the Godot joke, I thought of other things that could be after waiting for, and I almost snagged Guffman, but then somebody else did. So now this is awkward and unfortunate. Got people waiting all day to play, and I just don't know what gets us out of this. Yeah, spell table, print out proxies. Yeah. Although I do need to get... I should learn that. It'd be fun to have some physical magic on stream sometime. Well, we can try the friend thing. Sure. There's the friend. Let's try this. Let's try... Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work. Crossing fingers. This will be very anticlimactic if I have to abandon the rest of the gauntlet because of this, but I'm feeling pretty stuck. I'm open to any troubleshooting recommendations or suggestions that anybody might have. What do you need? Opponent canceled it. Is that a good sign? This is the worst TV. Which is why Hat and Mama coordinating this thing is always so great. But it looks like we might get there. I accept. Oh my god, we might get there. Hang in there, gang. Wizards, please. Oh my god, we did it. What a chore. Nice. Got a curve out of low drops, some removal to clear the way, and then a rescuer to get anything back that we lose. Definitely swamp here. Many spells could come down that we would lash on one. Such as, I mean, this is exactly what I called out. The set is full of excellent 2 toughness or less uncommons that lash just eats up. Red, white. What did we see a bunch of? Like we saw red, white was wide open. What did we pass? We could play our own, we could name our own expel. I think we passed more expels than we have. You want to name expel? Common. Although we also passed some red removal, we could name the red 4 damage one. Heated debate. Yeah, we definitely passed a heated debate. Let's name that. I mean, I think we passed expels too, but I'll name heated debate. First strike is rough for us, but we're gonna go trudge and hold back. Hopefully they attack. If Chimero comes up with reasons to attack, we can do some expelling of our own. Kind of smell more first striking. Okay, that's not bad. With the double pillar drop, we're willing to trade off either of these for the pilgrims, so we're going to do that. I like expelling here, though, which means we can't play the commons this turn, which is too bad, because if we want to, maybe we can. Maybe just we don't bother expelling right now. Yeah, I actually like that. We're going to send in, they can trade off how they want. I'm going to play the commons so that we can rescue her for sure. Oh, sorry. So we can rescue her for sure next turn. And it gets our splash down. So if we draw some red, we can draw our lightning bolt. We can fire that off. This is a good, reasonable draw as well. Super nerve-wracking. Looks like they're going to just go land Pilgrim of the Ages out of the graveyard and just get a 4/2. That's crazy. I'm going to send in the silencer because there's no way they can block, and it encourages the attack back so that we can try to expel. And I'm even going to play the rescuer to also encourage the attack. So we're tapped out, free attacks. Tap all your stuff, Chimero. Yike! That is scurry. But we're not dead, and we do get to expel that thing before graveyard value. Tough spot, though. Gotta exile this thing, though. Get rid of it, and... So, now, is it, like... Attacking creatures you control have double strike. If we double block, we can't even kill anything. I guess if we double block the Pledge Mage, we kill the Pledge Mage, which we're going to have to do. So I'm going to stay back and double block Pledge Mage. We're going to try. Let's see if it works. Getting out bombed here. How about GG? Hey, I scooped. You can't let him hit me when I already scooped.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there. Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
That's the worst. Conceding and then still having to sit there and watch yourself be smacked around. All right, I started off hot and have cooled off. Maybe it would have been better for me if the whole thing had shut down due to technical issues, but chat's still looking for not only a win, but shopping, so I better find some sort of... So what was working was this method, right? We try the friend challenge system. I need Saitama to accept or to hear that acceptance happened and the UI isn't showing it and we can restart or whatever, as we know that you often have to do with friends. Oh, right. Never mind. Sorry. Hard to track all this. Balls are in the air. Trying to keep them there. All right, now it's my turn to bring it even and make it down to the final game. Boy, can't find a 2, although we don't have a ton of them, so don't have huge expectations there. We're going to keep this on the strength of a good mana and a known 3-drop. Our 3, 4, 5, 6 looks nice. Getting nicer. Now we do it this way. I guess I'll play the splash mana for threats. We can still drop a swamp and cast the Pledge Mage no matter what next turn. Guess we got a little more white need than black, but doesn't matter too much.
On the emphatic rejection.
Really wouldn't mind that at all if it didn't exile. The exile really sucks because we're doing a lot with our graveyard here and we got that robbed from us. But Combat Prof is a nice follow here. Just keep on curving out, see what we can do with it. And now we got to decide whether we're playing a no-value rescuer. I mean, a 5-mana 2/2 flyer is not great, Bob. But with David stuck on mana and colors, it appears, we got to just go. So I'm going to do a very low-value 5-drop with very little else to do. But mana into the Rise into double pass collar is serious trouble for David. We're out of quotes. You're going to have to start coming up with your top 50 or whatever. Yeah, it feels bad, but we had to do it. And we're, as badly as that feels, it does not feel as badly as David felt being stuck on only blue and all that stuff, you know? Return. You control. So David cannot yank the artist away from us here. And I am going to go ahead and rise it. And we actually have the double red here, so I like beef. We're going to go with the summoning. Play something lashable, we can summon and lash. Well, I said, watch out, we might end up losing to this, but I like summoning, hold up, lash here, and then see. Yeah, let's do that. I chose to pass this card. It was somewhat controversial. I think I took a more standard like removal spell or something. One of my arguments was that this is more of a red-blue card. Like, this is at its best when you're dumping the 7 mana stuff that this color pair is capable of and casting those for free. But if you can build around it, it is really good. I just think it was a build around I was willing to pass at the time. I'm going to call the Hyperboles on you, Media. I'm not saying this is not a good card. This is a great card. But busted in any deck that can cast it is Hyperbole. Yeah, we got a block here. I mean, yeah, they could do something about it, but we're gonna do this. That came to me in a dream. I'm serious. You can ask my wife. I woke up from a nap and was like, oh my god, I got it. Hyperboles. Now, this is interesting. Lash to deny a learn, I think is worth it. I'm going to deny this learn. Especially because we got these pass callers, so we can even just relash here, which I am going to also do. I could get the rise, but I'm going to work the aggressive angle here with David on one remaining card and us on this in hand. Feels like we can give up a little bit of the maximum value of getting something like a rise back or even an elemental summoning back by the number of cards David has available and the board state. And yeah, we're gonna go campus. Do we want to play the past caller or combat professor? I think past caller getting back our mega removal is appropriate now. Rejected again! What?
Mitchell on the emphatic rejection.
What are these draws? What are these draws, David? That is some bull. You know it. You know that is some bull. But I'm going to beat you anyway. That's the plan. All right. Let's see what we can do to get... Because I say get back, but it feels like I'm trying to get back in this after I just got worked over 3 spells in a row by David. Muse, we can rescue her to a 3-2, but that doesn't get through here. So I just play Combat Prof and see if they want to trade, see if what David's willing to do about this past caller. So this is why I still think David still needs to keep ripping, right? Because we faded 3 great draws from David, but he's still got to find some more. And what are we most afraid of? In these colors, again, we kind of saw the Ingenious Inspiration. I'm going to name the red one again. What was it? Help me out. You have to know the names. It's not fair. Heated debate. Thank you. It's not fair that I have to remember cards to play this card. That is like extra difficult. Oh, here's me not Upkeep Scrying too. Gotta watch for that. I guess I could have put it on the silencer and attack, but I'm just trying to win through the air. If I attack with both flyers, I guess that's fair. Maybe I didn't think longer term, and we could have accepted saying, hey, if you eat this, you're in big trouble. Yeah, I did pass that. That's true. I'm going to go ahead and play this, though, and we're telegraphed that we're on full-on scry mode here, but David's on full-on answer multiple threats here, so let's see what... I guess he's not on answer multiple. He could answer the rescuer, or sorry, the combat professor, and that would be enough to stabilize for a turn. That stabilize is the wrong word. It'd be enough to live for a turn, but he does not have it.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Nice. Fun that it's coming down to a 3-3 tie. Game 7. In the traditional, exciting sense of the phrase. I see you, Fly. I'm coming for you. You're dead. Enjoy the last couple hours of your life, Fly. You're dead. Indeed. Doesn't matter, Mama. I see the fly. I see it. All right. No shopping for Mama. She's already sad. But who is going to take the first Strixhaven chat gauntlet? This looks good. Only 2 lands. We need to get up to 6 for the top end of what we got going on here, but this is a keep. Call me Danielson. Aha, don't play it, you know. Well, maybe I shouldn't name Killian, because if Rach had Killian, she would have played Killian. We could name it. Despite that, we could name Lash, yeah. We could name that the one I passed. But I suppose Lash is the immediate. When I say the one I passed, I mean the 4-mana one. Onslaught, yeah. We could name Onslaught, which is the one I smacked myself in the head for passing. You just gotta time it. Like if we were hyper aggro, I wouldn't want the Gambit Tron, but I'm okay with it in a deck that's looking to go long and control. And this is a triple lore, whatever, you know, triple 6-drop lore flyer. So yeah, yeah, Lash. I haven't seen let's do Lash. Wait, is Lash of Malice or is Lash of Malice, right? Or is it Thorns? Shoot. Hey, I can look it up. Malice. Shut up. Shut up, all you jerks. Yeah, I'm fine with letting Rach upgrade the Pledge Mage because we have removal. So you upgrade the Pledge Mage, and it does. We couldn't attack into this anyway, so it's all fine. Question is, do we want to go Laureate? I think so. Let's encourage an attack through our defenses, and then have the Expel for next turn potentially. Combat Prof on the other side. Passed a couple of those for sure. So kind of waiting for what opponent has the Combat Profs, and it looks like it's Rachel. Coffee, she is gone. Although this morning was me running out of my the coffee that I roasted. That's one of the reasons Rachel made that play. She had the command coming. And we're sacrificing a creature. Pillar Drop gets either one of these back. We're not blocking either one of these right now. I guess actually taking the Silencer out is fine. I'd rather have the Flyer, given that I'm intending to get the Pledge Mage off of Expel anyway. Although now we could even argue for a Combat Professor and do some racing, although we're a little behind on the race. But Rachel has also shown a willingness to send in the pupils to continue to augment the Pledge Mage, so we could encourage that some more. But that's probably fancy play. I'm content to expel the Pledge Mage here and leave Rachel's board pretty light. And if we get some lands, we should be able to do great work with the rest of our hand here. CBL needs a little attention. All right, CBL, how you doing, buddy? Bolt, no red. I'm gonna do Prof and pretty straightforward attack here. And I will do some blocking if given the opportunity. Another creature with flying. So while letting the Prof die would put a +1 counter on the Shadewing, the Shadewing is one we can get back with a Pillar Drop. So I'm going to offer just the 2/2, the 3-drop for the 3-drop. This is fine. All right, interesting, because we can do... What's this? Wandering Archaic. Whenever an opponent casts an instant sorcery spell, they may pay 2. If they If they don't, you may copy that spell. So it's funny. We could play Divine Gambit, let him copy it, and put in our pillar drop. Or we can just Divine Gambit and pay and not let him copy it. That seems fine. I'm going to do that. Let's see what Rach has behind. Couple options there. All right. See, that's where to get. I mean, this is the best it can be. But sometimes Divine Gambit is just a 2-mana Swords to Plowshares that doesn't gain him any life, right? I mean, it can do that. It's not its common case, but if you're looking to go long in a game, you should be able to find a spot where it's pretty good. Oh, and I keep missing all sorts of... Here, I owe you like a billion Lisas now. Hold on. It's already difficult to find the memes. There's so many.
Please welcome our valedictorian, Lisa Simpson. She will be attending Yale. I mean, hot dog on a stick management camp.
Pillar drop. Bringing back, probably just the flyer. Let's keep it up in the air. Solid. That's a move that can get her back into it. Bye, Prof. Thanks for all your help. Got a 2-spell turn, even if we don't draw a land. If we draw a land, we can consider a rise, but probably just going these two next turn. Environmental Sciences now we can even name, so that's cool. I don't know if Rach has a splash she's looking to get, but we can make her pay for that privilege. And I'm not going to trade for the pupil. Yep. She's made a good attack there because I was not willing to block. So, and she can't block, so might as well send in. And now, though, we got a land, but we got a red land, so we can just do a 3-spell turn instead. Almost winning the game. Like, we want to save Lightning Bolt for face right now if we can. Silencer naming... What's it called? Environmental Sciences. Bolt to the face with 2 lethal flyers along with it ought to be good enough. This could gain Rach a couple of life, but at the cost of us... Actually, it's net negative, right? So this suddenly becomes lose 1 life instead of gain 2. So it closes off that. Well played, Sapphire. Silver Quill Silencer is in the GOP, it seems. Looks like this land was super important. Let's see what it gets her. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I didn't expect her to go down to 3, gang. My bad. We still got it, but I didn't even expect her to go under 3. Well, pretend I just drew it. Because I can control... Why would you do that when you could control the board for a turn like this? Look. All I see is victory. See, now I get to keep that bolt in my pocket, and I have it for the rest of the day. Yeah, I try, Gideon more. I try to teach them. Tough crowd, though. Bunch of obstinate game winners. Yeah, I can get the fly with that bolt now. Good game, Rach. And good games, all of chat. We came as close as we could. Went all the way to 7, and I narrowly squeak out a week 1 victory in the format. Well, the big loser on the day was all of our time that was wasted by various buggy issues with Magic the Gathering Arena. I hope the team really gets some work done on this friend system. The friend system and the challenge system is just so wonky. It seems like there's like maybe... Oh, and here, you get one more hair toss meme before I switch views.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
But yeah, it was... It's like this system has 3 ways to challenge your friends, and none of them work. None of them work. Well, we kind of got it. We kind of made it work, and we crawled our way to the end here. Fun as always. Thank you so much, Hat and Mama, and all my mods who work so hard on the incredible community management of the Discord and of the setup of this event. None of the issues in the event this week have anything to do with the awesome prep that my mods do to make this go as smoothly as possible. We are basically at the whim and mercy of Wizards of the Coast because we run a tight ship and have it all buttoned up to the best of our ability. And then sometimes some tech issues get in the way, but it didn't get in the way of a good, fun day today. Had a great time enjoying the set. Still worried a little bit about legs. Like I'm enjoying exploring all of the colleges still, but I'm worried about where I'm going to be at in 2 months. Like, yep, I've taken this class. Is there a 401 that I can get into instead of this 101 again? But really interesting format. One of the better 5-color formats that I've experienced so far. It's been good on that front. So bravo on that front, Wizards. Boo on the Arena friend system, Wizards. We're going to raid, speaking of friends, Corticals. So I'm going to get that going, and I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube friends while we do. Thank you so much, YouTube friends, for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you remember to check out my lovely sponsor, Card Kingdom. Give the video a like, you know, all that stuff. Hey, leave a comment. Let me know you actually got to the end of a video. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you the next week and try to get our winning ways back on track after a near split with chat here. Thanks. Bye, YouTube friends.